If you've ever listed something online and it just sat there with zero views and no sales, you're probably making one of these mistakes. Today, I'll break down exactly how to create listings that actually sell, whether you're on eBay, Depop, or Vinted. Now, there are several key metrics you need to be aware of when creating your listings. Firstly is the SEO. This basically comes from the wording in your title. Secondly is the CTR, which is the number of people who view or skip your listing. Lastly is the CVR, which is how many of the views turn into sales. The key factor when it comes to listings is the photos. The photos do the selling for you. They are the main part of the listing. It's key. You make them perfect. Here are two examples next to each other. The listing on the left showcases a bad listing with bad photos, and the other listing on the right showcases a good listing with good photos. If we zoom into this listing on the left, we can see the background is fairly basic, which isn't an issue, but the color ratio isn't the greatest. It doesn't look clean, nor bring out the main components of the item. We can even see the logo is slightly creased and the angle is uneven. Usually there are a lot worse listings. This is just an example of an average one which can be improved. If we zoom into the one on the right, we can see a clear background which brings out the item. The blue and the black match well with the contrast. There's no glare or sunlight like the other listing. It's folded neatly with no creases or defects, and it just looks clean in general. I'll now show you an easy hack to fix your listings without having to take new photos or finding a good background. For this, we are going to use PhotoRoom Pro and ChatGPT. ChatGPT can be used to generate prompts for backgrounds. PhotoRoom will completely replace the old background with a new of your choice using AI. What I did here was I took the bad listing with the wooden floor and replaced it with a clean-looking marble floor. I'll now show you a comparison of the two. Here is the before and the after. We can see an obvious improvement and an easy fix/solution. We'll now go into the general components such as the title, pricing, and description. Now for your title, you're going to want to make sure it's long in all caps. You want to include the name, the color, and the size. Look up the item online and copy the title from there as well to make sure you're including all the brand details, etc. In your pricing, you'll want to price it slightly lower than competitors so you can steal the sales, but make sure you don't go to low. Use discounts and use physiological strategies such as 48-hour discounts, pricing your item with 0.99 instead of the full number using free shipping but pricing higher bundles. You get the point. Also included hashtags in your listing if you're selling on Depop. The final tip is to use ads which will boost your listing to the top of the algorithm when a buyer searches an item up. All apps have different names and take different percentages from it. Depop calls it boosting your listing, and if you make a sale using this, they take 8% of the sale. Vinted calls it bumping your item. They take £1 payment up front and do not take a percentage from your sale. eBay just calls it ads. You can choose how much percentage they take, which has an effect on how many views it gets. For example, if you put it at 14%, you will get a look more traffic than selecting it at 7%. Only downside is the higher you put it, the more they take. If you enjoyed this video, like it. If you're not already inside my Telegram, also make sure to join that, where I share a little more information about the reselling business model. That's everything from me. Goodbye.